What's up, y'all? Ooh, do 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 do. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. What's up, guys? It's your boy W1 We're just here doing some reset stuff, just getting some stuff together. Um, I wonder how that sounds. Now, how come I can't hear the music? Let me see if this comes in. Check one, check two. Check one, check two. Oh no, they're using the wrong microphone. I knew it. Oh no, they're using the wrong microphone. I knew it. Oh no, they're using the wrong microphone. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I gotta keep doing this, but it's essential. Check one, check two. Oh, that's why. Check one, check two. There we go. Using the other one. There we go. Perfect. Keep forgetting the camera audio does that. All right. Check one, check two, check three, check four. Yeah. Check one, check two. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, cool. Get a smile. That means for the. Go. So essentially what I'm doing, I'm just checking out the art lens. I got an art lens. I have 2 art lenses from Petzval. So I'm just checking these out, see how they look, mess with them a little bit, play with them a little bit, you know. And I got these from Lomography. I got these from Lomography. I enjoy it so much. So I'm just essentially seeing how this footage plays out. Just checking out I love this lens, bro. It's so good. Now I bought this lens because I wanted to use it for my talking head videos and things like that, because I just got tired of the same old background. Like, I can light things properly and do things, but I just wanted to find different ways to make my talking head videos look better. Look at that bokeh. Oh my gosh. Well, one thing I love about this art lens, the Noir art lens, is that the Noir triplet version 2.0 is 64 kilobits. This is 64 millimeters. So it's past 50, gives you a nice little bokeh. Gives you a nice little range. You could use it as a wide shot, but this just gives you a little extra, just a little something extra in the back. I love it. That's so nice. I love that. Let's see what else. I did something else here too. Oh my gosh, look at that. Let me see what that looks like. Camera could have been a little more steadier. I was just trying to test out the lens. Oh, that looks so nice. Look at that. Look at that bokeh in the back. And you can use it for like dream sequences, or you know. And then now what's the difference between an actual Petzval lens and an actual the Noir art lens, that it's a good lens, nice focal length, but I can also change the bokeh in the back. But the Petzval lens, and to make it simple as I can, the Petzval lens distorts the background in a way, because it has two lenses in the front, two lenses in the back, to distort the background to where it's like shaped like this. But I can also shape the bokeh with that lens as well. I love that. I shot this in 120 frames just to see what it looked like. I love it. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I love it. Yeah, we'll take it back here. I think I'm gonna change the name of this stream. I'm really just chilling, y'all. If you guys have any questions, I will answer any questions you have. I love this one, especially when it comes to editing, coloring, and all that other stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of like, I want to see what the footage is doing. Ah, look at that, guys. Look at that. The guys. So essentially, the Noir lens, it changes. I could put like little for this one, it has metal like sheets or cutouts. You can put like cookie cutters. You put them inside the lens, and you're able to shape the bokeh. Wow! Look at that. I love that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And so, what's also cool about the Noir triplet lens from Lomography is that I can change the softness on the lens. It's so dope. It's so dope. So I can shoot it like it's an 80s movie and stuff like that. It's an old lens. People have been shooting with this lens, this type of lens, for so many years. Look how soft I made that. Make it dreamy. So good. Ooh, that's nasty.
But they go.
But also note that light and distance has a lot to do with using this lens. So this lens works better when you're closer up on the subject and closer up on the subject, but also your background is distant. So keep that in mind. That's nice. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Nice and soft. They can so good. So good. So good.
Gosh.
There it is. You can hear me. Like, let me say one thing. When I get that camera, and let me say this. When I get that camera, and I'm making things, man, let me tell you, boy. Ooh, you can't tell me nothing, cause I love it. I get so hype, and I love it so much. I do that to sometimes so I can match my videos and see how long my duration is off from. Not duration, but my sync is off. That's right, Josh. You give him that face. Give him that model face. Let's see what this is doing. Oh, look at that. Whoo. Yeah, I love this lens. Look at that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that. Heck yeah, I'm saving a picture. Enter a valid name. I'll probably have something saved like that soon. But that is so pretty. Look at that. Look at that bokeh. That's so cool. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I keep mine on 10-bit. You know, let's play around with some coloring on it. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what we can do on this. So usually, okay, so what some people do, especially when it comes to like editing or you're first getting started, one thing you can do to get the white balance of it is you can use white balance thing right here. Click on the whitest part. If there's a white part on it or a gray card and white card, you can do that. And then it'll automatically do it. Nothing happened. So, okay. Yeah. Or we can go to auto. And auto is interesting. That can be a nice starting point for you to see where the footage goes. But I do everything manually, as you could say, like, because it's the only, having that features are good. And I know some AI stuff, they're working on that stuff to do it for you, but doing it manually and your way is just like,
That's how you know and make sure. And plus, if you mess up, you can always retrace your steps when you mess up. And that goes with anything. So it's nice to know things to do automatic, but also manual just helps you to know what steps and where things messed up at. So sometimes what I'll do was I'll put the lumetri color in here. I'll go to my opacity, make a mask, and I'm gonna draw it around the white part. If you have footage over, another piece of footage, make sure that other footage is not enabled, so it goes like this. If you have footage under it, the footage is gonna show. Now, sometimes I like to take the waveform off, and this is my lumetri scopes. I love it. I love it so much. This is my Vetroscope, which is usually used for skin, but also when it comes to like white balance, I can see that this is right in the middle, that white. And so essentially when I start white balancing, I want to get wherever if the line might be out here, out there, whatever, I want to get that line to be in the middle. So that might take me blowing things up, whatever. So let's say, for instance, the line is a line, this white line, it'll be like a white line, and it's going towards the yellow. Then I'll come over here and blue it up. Or if it's going towards red, essentially what I'm doing is that I'm going in the opposite direction. So whatever the direction is, if it's yellow, then I'm gonna go blue. If it's too green, I'm gonna go purple. Now usually the main things that are in your footage that you need to correct is yellow and green. Okay, and in some cases, if the white balance is off, because people didn't white balance properly, it's either going to go in red or purple, and in that case, you go in the opposite direction. Okay, opposite direction. Okay, so this is in the middle, as I thought it was right, but also look how high that is. This is also good to talk about like whites and darks. So after you white balance, or even in the middle of you white balancing, sometimes what I'll do, just sometimes, I'll do it reverse, but essentially you do those steps 1 and 2, 2 and 1. And the first step is getting that white balance to where it needs to be, or you can take care of your exposure first. And a lot of times we've been taught to take care of exposure first. Sometimes I'll do it opposite way just to see how the colors are affected before I get everything properly exposed. So this is Sony footage, and so usually the Sony footage comes for exposure. I try to keep it between 85, between 80 and 90. I try to keep like 85. So I'm gonna come down to do 85 right there. All right. Okay, so now I've got my darks are good right here. If I want to make it more punchy, I can bring my darks down, but I want to keep it within broadcast quality. What I'm learning is that a lot of times out of footage, you can just throw things on YouTube and not have to worry about, well, that's what people have been saying, not to worry about, the settings and going over. But for broadcast, meaning like television, all those other things, I'm starting to create work. So whatever work I create, I want to make sure that it's in broadcast quality. So, and that broadcast, have those things in broadcast quality as let me show you right here. So it's the IRE scale. Okay, and it's between 100 and 0. So if my darks are below 0, I need to bring those up to at least before 0. And then 100 IRE, if I'm going above, that means it's going over. So when I put things on television or something goes to television, a movie I make, if my light, my whites are over 100, then it's going to be a problem for the IRE scale for broadcast television. So I try to keep things in between there. I could easily, and also make sure that you're you know what you're doing in. Like, make sure your clamp signal is not checked, because that means you're not getting a true reading. So you don't want to clamp your signal. You want your signal to be true to what the footage is. So I make sure that clamp signal's off. I have to figure out why the clamp signal was there. I forgot, but the 10-bit or 8-bit, I'm doing a 10-bit, and so yeah. So there's there. So after I get the white balance where I want it in the middle, then I do the same thing I did with trying to get the white balance. I do that, or I can just keep that going. No, I take that off, and then I do the same thing with the opacity, and I put it over the skin. So now what I'm doing is that I'm trying to see if the skin is on a proper skin tone line. Now we talked about this. So the skin tone line is this right here. This is if the skin thing lines up, you know that it's properly where it needs to be. Okay. And that's where you'll see it at. Okay, so if I want to change, so it's coming over to the red a little bit, which is interesting. So what I'll do is, because it's so white, it's just such an exposed thing. You just want to make sure everything's good. So I see it peeking out. Let me show you again. I see it peeking out over here, more towards the red over here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, is go to my RGB curves, get the eyedropper by hue versus hue, click in it, and now these 3 dots are happening right here. Okay. Yeah. So now these 3 dots are right here. So now I can hold this and push up, or hold that and push down to take away red, or to add it. So sometimes, hey, waveform. Okay. So why are you still up? Sorry, that's something with Adobe Premiere Pro. Sometimes it can be a little finicky, but stay vigilant. Whoa, why did it disappear? Whoa, what is going on? Oh, that's why. Okay. All right, so there we go. Sometimes you just gotta enact and reenact it. It's okay. So I like to make it big so I can see it. I'm over here. Okay, what is going on? Oh, man. You know, I know what it is. There we go. All right. Look at me out here looking like a noob. All right, so I'm gonna try to. Now, a thing that you can do. So, hey, honest to God movement. How you doing? Whatever. Oh, we're just looking at some Petzval footage. Thank you so much for coming by. I know you're busy. I know you're busy, but thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. We're just looking at some Petzval lenses, going over coloring and balancing what it looks like. So I'm getting ready to make Josh a little bit more pale. Okay, now you see how that's moving over? Boom. That's moving over, right? Boom. But because there's so much white, you know, we'll see what it does. So the mask, I want to take that mask off, and there it is. Okay. So now Josh has been white balanced properly for what we shot. And let's go to waveform. So we're between 85 90 for exposure. So we're just making sure that the whole scene is exposed. We're looking at the sky, so it's all white. Wow, I was lost for a second. This looks amazing. Yeah, I was looking at this Petzval footage and trying to white balance it properly, so that we can see what that looks like. So I'm keeping it in broadcast. What is up? Broadcast. Broadcast quality. So I'm making sure my whites aren't going over, making sure it's not too dark. And I have a lot of room at the bottom, so I can essentially go back to my basic correction and bring my blacks down if I want to, but no need. So there it is right there. Let's make a bigger look. So look at that bokeh that the lens gives. Look at that. That is so good. And so now for this scene, what was shot, Josh is properly exposed. This is what we shot, this is what we intended. And that's interesting. Now, what's good about Adobe Premiere Pro is that if I make changes or I do things and make coloring changes, I can take those changes and use them in the same setting. So if it's a different clip but the setting's the same, I can use that there, and you can see the difference. See how it's more darker. I said this is so much more brighter, but it's overexposed. So what I'm seeing is, yeah, when you go from that to that, it's way darker, but I'm also seeing it's making it look a little dull. So what I'm gonna do is up the exposure, even though it's already bright. I'm gonna up that a little bit more just to give it that. There we go. That looks nice. So now I can take that copy and go to a clip, a clip in the same setting. Right click and paste attributes. And you can also remove attributes, which is cool. But I can paste those attributes to a different clip. See, and I can remove attributes, put them on there, whatever. So I'm gonna paste them here. So now everything, they're not overexposed. Look at that. And you can actually, I'll show you guys this. You can actually select multiple ones and paste it on. So say I can just grab, highlight them both, right click, paste attributes. And now I can just put those changes on that. Now this one is a little bit more, because I think the time was changing. I don't like how dark this is. So maybe I might have had different lighting for this scene. But I can always make it brighter. Look at that. Look at that bokeh. That's so nice. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. I'm just sitting here just going over some editing. Yeah, I love this. Me and Josh, it's my partner in crime. We do tests like this all the time, just to test lenses out when we got to do our shorts and our features, and I'm trying to get Josh to do his YouTube channel, because he actually draws. But I really love this right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so good. That's good. I love that. So sometimes what I'll do, like on a Sunday, because I'm so busy shooting content, and I'm not even content, just work wise. I that's my job. I'm a videographer editor for CBN, and I'm always shooting or editing, work stuff. So I finally get a chance to get back and look at stuff. So this is why I reset, take a look at what I could have done better. I just shot something for my thesis that I'm working on. I won't show that because it's personal. Let me bring that over here. Thank you, honest to God, I appreciate you. All right, let's see. What else can we bring in so I can show you guys? Actually, I have something on a crock pot. It's been slow cooking. I'm a certified chef now. I'm certified, y'all. I'm a certified chef. Let's look at. Okay, so this is actually Josh's lens, and it is a anamorphic lens. It's so cool. Look at that. Anamorphic, like, stretches out, and you can actually de-squeeze this if you want to. But this gives you that movie like look at you. Just trying to be a chef like my baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if there's a de-squeeze on here. I think there is. Not me spilling the room. Interesting. I thought there was a de-squeeze on here. I remember going to settings. Speed. Interesting. All right, let's go into clip source settings. Okay. So this is here. I like this. It gives you that nice movie look. I like that. Josh talking trash. This Josh messing with his lights. These are the Aperture lights, Aperture 2 lights. They're so amazing. I love these. I love when Josh plays with them. I moved in the back to see what it looked like, because this whole wall behind him over here is actually just a full mirror. So that's me in the back. One thing about these lenses, I wanted to see if you would notice me. So I just stood there and then I just came out. One thing about these lenses, they will make you look skinny. That's why all the movie guys use them. They make you look slimmer. I like this one. Nice. That was nice. All right. We're almost there, guys. That was nice. I think I took something with the Petzval lens. Yeah, I did. I'm going to show you guys the Petzval lens. No, I'm not, because I took the drive out. Never mind. All right, let's have some fun. I'm gonna need to restart my computer. This one a little slow. Come on. It's fine. This is me and Josh having fun. So a lot of times what I like to do, I like to get old lenses like these. These are like old lenses from 1978, and I get an adapter and I put them on like my Sony FX6. I love doing that. I absolutely love it. But they're very soft, so it takes away that new video feeling. I mean, we all are so used to it now, but it makes it a little bit more dirty. So so I try to test it out. Let's see what that looks like. I just sometimes what I do, I like to see how I like to see the light. I like to see how the light affects old lenses on new cameras, and it just gives it such a nice soft feel. Look at that. Look at that bokeh in the back. You see, I love when the bokeh is like that. It's so cool. It looks good. Yeah. But my favorite thing is getting black women on camera and see how the light affects their skin tones. The depth is so good. The good thing about this is that, so as you can tell with the older lenses, the depth of field is very short. So if I'm in focus somewhere, I got to make sure I stay in it. Like if you can see right here, my hand is in focus, but I'm not. And so I leaned back so that you would see this in focus and that I would be out of it. It's like, get it in better. Yes. Yes, exactly. Just like I did in Blind Standards. I love you, honest to God movement. You're amazing. You are. And then I move forward to get in focus. You're so funny. So I did a different focal length. And this is you should be testing your equipment instead of just buying it. Test your equipment. What does it look like? I love this. Cause then what I'll do is I'll do like a little test in there. What are you doing? Let's go see what we can do. Lumetri color on this thing here. And then let's see let's see. Sometimes I like to check to see what the auto will do and regular white balance will do. Cause you can do both. I do manual. because I like to make sure that I have more control over the footage. But since this clip is amazing, though, looks like a good story is being told through it. Yes, yes, it is, and I can't wait to tell your story. Honest to God, it's gonna be so great. I love it. So let's see what auto. Okay, so this is what auto does. Let's make it big. It does right. Honest to God, it looks like I'm about to tell a story. Born and raised on the playground, but I spent most of my days. But you can look at that. You can see that softness. So what's good about Lumetri Color is that I can just come over here and toggle the effect on and off, so I can see where it's been and where it's going. That's nice. That's one way to do it. You can reset that, or you can take your white balance and put it on the white part. And now the colors are changing. And now let's auto it. More color. I like that. I look mean as I don't know what. I look like you better give me back my snack. Stop playing with me. That's not what I asked you to do. And I shot this all at 3K so I can get the can't remember if I shot this in slow-mo. I didn't. I shot something in slow-mo. Yep, this is in slow-mo. I think I shot this in slow-mo. Let's get this out, put this up there. Okay, gotta finish. Thank you so much for coming through, honest to God. I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to see you in your live and your Zoom call. I appreciate you. Ooh, that boy look mean. All right, so let's put some Lumetri color on there. All right, so it's kind of dark here, light here, kind of cool. Let's look at our waveform here. This is me right here moving. So I need to get light my face up a little bit more. So let's see what auto does. Okay, you see how much it brought me up? This is where it brought me at now, up here. And then we'll cut it off the effect. And this is where I was at. That's where I was at. And this is where I'm at now. Nice and natural. I can change it any way I want to change it. Wash it out, make it big, make it darker. I actually took a lot of contrast out of it. There we go. Things look better with contrast. And it's still in, look guys, it's still in broadcast quality. broadcast. It's still within the broadcast IRE scale. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Okay, we got a couple more minutes before we gotta go. Let's bring something else in. Let's take a look at something dope. Alright, let's see how this goes. If this works. I think I was testing out a lens. Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing I've done so far. That's so good. All right. All right. La da 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 da. All right, let's see what we got here. What is this? MTV? Oh no, that is. This is a wedding I did. Well, I've got so many drives. I've got so many drives, it's ridiculous. Literally, so many drives. This is why it's very important to organize your stuff. Gotta organize your stuff. This is pretty cool.
Those are always cool, but you might not be
Rolling. Let's check this one out. This is something I shot last year.
those are always cool, but you might not be.
This on my boy Jeff.
Josh, stay to the left.
Let me just bring this whole thing in. This thing's funny. I just thought this is hilarious. Okay, a lot of you guys, sometimes I see you guys posting, and sometimes you'll have these black bars are on your thing is because you're editing and you're not making sure that the footage is full screen, which means your sequence is different from your timeline. Make sure that either your timeline is acclimated to to the footage in your sequence, or your sequence is acclimated to your timeline. So right now, the footage that I shot is 1920 1080. So let me show you here. 1920 1080, right? But my sequence, which is right here, is UHD 4K, which is actually 3K. So it's 3840 by 10. So now your footage comes in 1920, whatever. So because it's like that, you can right click and you can go scale to frame size. Boom, and it comes right up. It goes to the frame size of what's there. And what do we have here? What cat? What's up? As I was perusing YouTube, I've run across a lot. What's up, fam? How are you doing today? Thank you so much. This is just me just taking some time just to look at some footage and go over some tips and techniques for editing, coloring, and all that kind of stuff. Just we're just trying to chill a little bit. How are you doing today? What's going on with you? Unload. Let's make this a little bigger. And look again, like we said before, my whites and stuff like that, they are not in broadcast. They're not in broadcast IRE scale. They're over. They're over. So I have to make sure that if I'm using this footage and I'm doing things with it, I gotta make sure. How did I do that? You get back. I gotta make sure that I'm in within the parameters. I'm wonderful. How are you? I'm doing really good. Doing really good. Just taking care of some stuff, making sure I stay out of trouble. One thing that you can do to make your editing faster when you're trying to color stuff quickly is you make a preset, which I already have made. So I made a preset, a Lumetri color preset. When you add it and you use it, you can just actually make it a preset. So I already have that. And so in that preset, what I did is that in that curves, I put these dots along the curve so that I can color correct something and see that it's over. I can see that it's over. And instead of me bringing the whole thing down, I can just go to these edges. Robert, why didn't I get a notification that it was alive? I have no idea. I just got on here real quick for an hour. I have a couple of minutes left. Just to go over coloring and editing, just looking at some stuff that I shot. Um, how you guys doing? Hey, Robert, how's everything? I am looking at this right here. And so you see this right here. Let me show this. So broadcast, the IRE scale for it to work in their computers and their lighting, everything. You got to make sure if you're making something and you're gonna put it over to movies or whatever, you got to make sure that this is not overexposed, not going over 100 and not below zero. So that's why even you'll see when certain movies are played, it says this has been made for television for broad. It's because they've put the parameters of that movie into the parameters of the broadcast quality. What did I miss? Because you've been for. I just went over editing. I got a new lens, and if anything about new tech and new lens, I love the new tech and the new lens. So I was showing some of the shots, and I can actually show you guys right now. Actually, before I do that, let me show you what I was going to do here. Because I have this as a preset, and I put dots along the color curve and everything, I can just, instead of me having to change the whole scene, I can just grab this end and bring down whatever's over instead of changing my whole footage. So now my stuff is in broadcast quality. It's not going over. So that's just getting your blacks and whites in order. All right, so let's look at some of this. I got a new lens called a Petzval lens. It's made from the 70s, and essentially, this art lens from lomography allows me to change the bokeh behind somebody. So now in the lens, what happens in the lens is that I can actually take these templates and put them inside the lens, and whatever lights or things that bokeh out, I can actually change that shape of it. So let's say if it's like a dream sequence, or maybe I'm trying to make some emphasis on it, I can do that with this lens, and look at that. So I have like a star kind of shape in it. So that's why these look like the way they do. Editing is not my field of expertise, but I never turn away something I can learn. That's it, man. So, Fa, what is your area of expertise? What was the name of the lens? The lens is it's from lomography, and it stems from the Petzval lens, Petzval. It's been used in a couple of movies. Um, Also, but this particular, I have both of them. This particular lens is called the Noir lens, and this one it's 64 millimeter, and I could change the bokeh. The Petzval lens, you can actually you're distorting the background so it bends around all the way till you get to the middle, and in the middle is clear focus. I can actually just show you guys. I'm trying to keep this footage to the side, but where are you at? Big drive. I can actually just show you guys. Let's see here. Let's see. For those of you that do footage stuff like that, Catalyst Browse is amazing. Amazing. You can get a look at your footage. So, can y'all see that? Okay, cool. So, what's happening is that the Petzval lens, Petzval, it just because the lens has two lenses inside in the front and two lenses in the back, which allows shifting and distorting. And on the lens, it has 7 settings. I can put it at 7 and make it all the way, or I can all the way to 1 till it's not all the way distorted. On the Noir lens, there's 3 settings. I can put soft, classic, and bubble, which gives me options of how soft I want the person to be or the images to be. But this right here, overtaking it though. Yeah. Try blue on the other side. And so what happens is I put the lens on a slider.
Because the intensity of the green's set to a gel rather than the.
And then you can see how this shapes. Now, when the light comes up, you can see it even more. Like, see how this is like coming like that? But there should be
higher.
There it is. Look forward. And so if you notice, look how everything is swirled around him. So if I want to use a dream sequence, I can actually just do that. Because imagine we do an interview like that.
I know. Ooh, I got a bunch of color filters.
Faye. Okay, my fault. Faye. It's pronounced Faye or Faye. Special effects, practical. Oh, nice. She's selling herself short well. Really? A plethora of skills. That's you know, every time you guys come alive, you guys always act like you guys. Come on now, come on. What I'm really waiting for is for Robert to see some of Robert's writing, even a scene just produced. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. And to give you guys an even in depth, I have actually snapshots. Let's see where the snapshot's at. Okay, so, I take snapshots of everything. Where is it at? Okay. So this is the look. You can see how it changes. Look at that. So this is what the Petzval lens does. It distorts the background like that. Look at that. I'm honored. Yeah, Rob. Come on, stop it. I love this lens, man. I want to do so much more content. We're all waiting. Oh, I love that. And it was so crazy about this is that I actually forgot. I think I might have deleted this footage. I might have to go back to the place and shoot it again. I'm so mad at myself. I thought of a scene now. Okay, so tell us, what's the scene, Rob? Tell us. Let me put this music back on. This is an interview I did for my thesis. This is what it looks like. You guys get to see it firsthand. Presence on the slider. Could you, just for the cameras, can you let us know? But I can't let y'all see all of that. It's too much. Can't let you see all of that. I really like. Hold on, let me bring myself up here. I really like. I thought of the scene. I really like what that lens does. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of something with horror. Well, first, I have a question. Yes, how would it work in the dark? Well, what's interesting in the dark, like, where are you at? Did I pull you out? So in the dark, what happens is if you have, because there's so many things you can do on the lens, but if you on the dark, you could have like certain lights or images that light is hitting on the edges, and it creates this vortex around the person. You know what I'm saying? So it'll create it can create a vortex, you know, around the person. So let's say the person is back farther, like him. So that you have all these things happening. Now the crazy thing is, what if you're moving towards the person and change? You know that Goodfellas shot where things get into out focus and into focus, or the background gets forward and compressed, like this right here. So imagine being far back and then things just compress. It's one thing you've seen things compress like that shot, but now the background's distorted. So now it's compressed and it's distorted. So now you like got this like this shocking thing, and people walk in, you know. So good it that way. But in the dark, you would have like little glimpse of things that some light may be hitting, you know, or harm coming out. You know what I mean? Something like that. Where are you at? Actually, I love this. So I'm what I essentially was working on this one. This is a lens from like the 70s, 80s, and I like putting old lenses on high definition cameras. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm messing with the focal point, and my hand is in focus, but I'm not. So I'm looking at little details, you know. Well, what are some things I can do? Not that you can see it because I'm not even showing you. How about that? All right, so So over here, my hand's in focus. The flower is almost in focus. And so I'm just... Okay. So I'm just playing with the focal range. Making myself go out of focus and keeping this in focus. Because the movie you're making after, I feel like you should start paying more attention to the details. Guys, give me 1 second. I have to check on my food. A crock pot. I'm cooking a crock pot. The crock pot for the first time, and the food came out so good. So I'm just gonna check on it. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. Had to get it in real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Whew, sorry about that. Yes, the theory of yes. Okay, what are we eating, Faye? What we're eating? I made kind of like a crock pot stew with brown rice, red, yellow, green peppers. Sorry, putting my camera back on. How about that? I made brown rice with chicken stock, red, green, yellow, orange peppers, and then I tried to make it with potatoes, the small potatoes, but I should have just boiled them first, and I didn't. But yeah, the potatoes came out straight trash. Everything else cooked great. Potatoes are trash. I just took the potatoes out. All right, let's see. This scene I was thinking of, like some kind of creature that's semi out of frame. You see its arms, yes, come sort of out of the frame, and it snatches them, almost like pulling them into this makeshift vortex. I'm thinking some kind of peripheral view sort of shot. It's that possible. Yes, absolutely. I think it would tie into the focal point, in theory, of course. My friend very recently decided he wants to suffer and be a filmmaker. Yes, welcome to the dark side. He has good instincts. His ideas are pretty solid. He just needs to work on the script. It all starts with the script, as we all know. Did you guys go see Superman or the Fantastic Four? I like the old school style of it. I haven't seen it yet. And man, when I tell you my since I've been getting back into like making movies and stuff like that, I'm kind of back to my critical filmmaking stuff now. Hey, Evelyn, how are you? YouTube is messing up because I didn't get a notification either. I will make sure that I will send it out into the community so that you guys can all get the notifications. Hey, I took my niece to see it. Okay, did you like it? She liked it. But did you like it? Evelyn, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, did you guys? Okay, I did a review of this movie. It's on my channel. I'm not movie of the trailer, and I want to see this because it made me cry. I have no idea why, but it made me cry. And I think it's called She Rides Shotgun. Have you guys heard of that yet? You're good? Awesome. Old? What do you mean old? Old, but you're... Evelyn, you are nowhere near old. Stop it. James Good is not a good director. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I think James Gunn is good at getting characters that you normally won't see, some do. I didn't have to say it. Yeah, I see that. I see that you didn't have to say it, and you were so happy about that.
Right there, yep. Perfect.
Let me tell you something. I sound real creepy when I'm behind the camera. And if I like a shot, it just doesn't sound. It sounds like I'm in a a woman's ear. That's what, and I try to work on it even when I did photography. But I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. Let's get it. And I have to be careful. His talent is putting together an ensemble. Yeah, I agree with that. Ensemble cast and different characters. No. Sorry guys, am I back? Can you guys hear me? My internet just ducked out. Superboy? Okay. TMI will. I'm just saying. We hear you? Okay, thank you. I'm just saying that's like, it's something I've had to work on. Because I heard people like, oh, you trying to be. Wait, what do you mean Superboy? What's Superboy? Let me shut this down. Because I do have to go to another meeting, guys. In like 1 minute. Let me shut this down. Yeah, I'll save it. Why not? To me, he's super. Wow. Wow. Robert. Robert. Okay. My niece enjoyed it. Okay, good. To me, he's Superboy. A super adolescent. That's super adolescent. If she's happy, I'm happy for her. Exactly. That's how April feels about going to the movies with me. Guys, I do have another meeting to start it with, but if you guys want, I can go live again at around 8:30 or 9. Let me know if that's good enough for you. If you guys want to meet back up, let me know. Is 8:30 or 9 p.m. or 9 good for you guys? Put the number in the chat. Let me know. I need some better music than I want some ominous. Welcome. I have no life. Shit. I have no life. Well, I'll be on YouTube. Okay, so please change the elevator music and I'll come back. Dang. Well, Evelyn, why don't you give me some music that I can play? Give me some music that I can play on my YouTube channel, and I will gladly put that and make that the rotation. Y'all, man, y'all. I gotta be careful with y'all because y'all funny. Oh man. Okay, so I will come back. I'll come back around 8:39, and I'll come back live, and we can actually review some trailers together. I mean, when we come back, we'll review She Rides Shotgun trailer. I told April I've been putting together some old beats to give away to people. Please give me. I would love a old beat just to have behind me. I'll see what I can do. I appreciate you digging in the crates, and I thank you so much. I appreciate that. If 8 or 9 is fine by me. Okay, so let's do 9 just in case. We'll do 9, and I feel like I'm getting ready to be Batman. Let me change that. I got the perfect music. What's his name? All right. So, um, I'll so I'll check you guys back at 9, and I can't wait to connect back with you guys. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys at 9. Okay? All right. God bless.